Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, but now let's talk about Caspa. We're going to be doing our daily analysis on the price of Cas, see what is happening, and of course, what is yet to come. As we're looking at the entire market, you guys can see tremendous amount of green across the board. So the overall market momentum is still really bullish. The month of December, more like the quarter four of the year of 2023 has been a dream quarter for all the investors in the crypto space. But, we're seeing majority of the coins in the top 100 continue to pump, but we're seeing Caspa only up 0.8%. And the Caspa community is starting to get ticked off. I've been seeing comments flowing in on my channel on the Caspa update saying, this is it for Caspa. Caspa is going down to 7 cents, time to sell Caspa, this and that. But, it doesn't matter at this point as to how many updates I make, continuously giving you guys the bigger picture. You can see this for yourself on the monthly time frame, Caspa up 76.9%. On the yearly time frame, Caspa up 17x. No matter how many times I mention this in the Caspa updates, people still don't seem to understand this factor. And these are the same people that are not going to make it when it comes to the long horizon. Yes, the people that actually understand how the markets work, how the cycles work, that diversify their portfolios, those are the people that are going to be successful in the long haul, not the people that are chasing a green candle after green candle. That's how you get wrecked. But let's take a look at Caspa right now, see what is happening as of today. So you can see the price is currently sitting at 13 cents. We're up 1% over the past 24 hours in USD comparative. But we're down about 0.3% in BTC comparative over the past 24 hours. Market cap is sitting above $2.8 billion, which is really nice to see. And the 24-hour trading volume currently sitting at $40 million. So not bad. We're seeing the price holding above that $2.8 billion mark, which is a great thing to see. I personally would like to see the market cap above that $3 billion mark. I think that is the safe spot to be at. But we will definitely take this, especially being above 2.8 billion. But what are some news revolving around Caspa? Are we seeing some centralized exchanges kind of hinting that they're going to be listing it? As of now, we haven't really seen any of the big centralized exchanges, tier one exchanges come out and kind of even hint Caspa listing, but I think that is coming. And I will share my personal thoughts with you guys, my take as to what I personally can see happening. And I think this is going to be quite an interesting take if you really give it some time to understand. So you can see Caspa posted this. The Caspa chats and community platforms continue to grow. Caspa subreddit has reached 10K members. Join the conversation. So a milestone, 10K on Reddit, which still gives us an indication that, this project is still very early. It's a really new project. And what it has done in such a short period of time is, worthwhile noting. And you got to give it some credit because we haven't even seen Caspa being listed on the top tier one exchanges. And that's where majority of the liquidity comes into play. But despite that fact, it's at a $3 billion market cap. So that has done quite a bit. And of course, there's a lot of factors that go into it. I've said this over and over again. I'm sure if you do understand what Caspa is, the power and the way it was launched, that is really, really interested to a lot of people as to how this project was launched, because it shows that these guys are not here to play around. They wanted to do a fair launch, less manipulation, but obviously now more manipulation is occurring because of the futures market. But overall, things are looking great. But my personal take that I wanted to talk about today is, I think now when we do tend to see the hype factor slowly fading away, we're seeing people locking in profits and going elsewhere. Again, the people that are locking in profits, that's totally okay. That's totally fine. Kudos to you if you're locking in profits after having this a massive rally. Some people, made multi-millions, especially if you picked it up late last year, depending on how big your size was. But, people made tremendous amount of gains with Caspa. But, my take now is that I think when no one expecting a Binance listing or OKX listing, that's when it's going to happen. And I will explain what I'm trying to say. So before we get into it, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So if we're looking at the price of Cas, let me bring out the hourly time frame for you guys, and then we can see it from that angle. So let's switch to, that's not what we need. We need Cas USDT. Here we are. Okay, so let's switch to the hourly time frame. There we go. So what we're seeing with Caspa right now is, of course, battle at this resistance again. We know the significance of this resistance. So we've seen a retest this morning, yesterday morning, sorry, and there was a rejection. We saw the price go all the way back down to the support line at the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level, and once again we're seeing the price trying to retest once again. And I think this retest, we could potentially see a breakout back into the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level. And of course, once the price is in the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level, it honestly could go to an all-time high depending on the overall market momentum, and we could see an all-time high possibly even in the upcoming days ahead of us. You'd be surprised how fast things can move up, especially once the price of Cas is actually above this resistance. We've seen similar moves before as well. Look at it on November 30th. We were literally at the same spot and we saw a move of 18% for Cas. So could we see something similar happen? Definitely, but we need to see the price holding above the 13.5 cents mark. But going back to what I said, I think we're going to see the centralized exchange listing coming when no one is going to be expecting it. And slowly that is starting to happen. I've been hearing a lot of my viewers coming in and telling me that, they locked in some profits. They bought XYZ, certain coins around the crypto space that haven't pumped, and, they're maximizing their profits. And great, kudos to you if you are doing that and, of course, locking in profits. So now what we're seeing is, compared to 3 to 4 weeks ago, the hype factor has, of course, decreased. And that is, of course, normal. And this is when these centralized exchanges can come out and boom, all of a sudden make an announcement. So these are some factors we need to consider, because I've seen projects that have had similar runs in the past. We've seen Cardano. The one that I actually remember was VeChain, and as well as Matic, Polygon Matic. These were some projects, that did similar price movements as what Kaspa is doing. And then Coinbase listed these projects, as well as other massive centralized exchanges. That really goes to show these exchanges tend to work in a weird way. They like doing things that are outside the box when no one is expecting. And I think now, as we're starting to see people slowly turning bearish on Caspa, saying, oh yeah, lower targets, 10 cents, 7 cents. Some are even saying 2 cents, which is absolutely mind-boggling to me. This is when I think these exchanges will step in and potentially announce, a potential listing. But that is it for today's update. Like I've always said, long-term horizon for Caspa, it's very promising. I've shared this on my channel for quite some time, but we got to take it one step at a time. There will be times where we do see consolidation, and if we're zooming out and looking at the charts, we're starting to pretty much see a consolidation phase that's happening right now for Caspa. A lot of sideways momentum, and that is totally normal after having such a huge rally for Caspa. So that is it for today's update. Let me know down below what you guys personally think. Where could you see the price of Cas going at the end of this year? Not at the end of next year, at the end of this year. And thank you so much for all your support. Love you all. See you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.